Hi, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute since I've done a tutorial video on OpenEMR, so here's my latest one because I had a request come in and it's one that we have no video for. So let's take this in steps. So this video is going to be about the claim tracker and being able to automatically transmit videos. Let's try that again. Automatically transmit claims to your clearinghouse of choice. This works for any clearinghouse, and you have to get the same information no matter which clearinghouse you go to. And I know there's some other videos I need to do around this same topic because we're going to be going into a section of the program that we'll have to go to more than once. So with that said, claim automated sending to the clearinghouse. First thing you want to do is go here, go to practice settings. So this is step one. You're going to go to admin, practice, and then practice settings. Most people are really familiar with this, and they know that in the practice settings you can set up your X12 partner. When you go here and you're going to, now you can see I have one here already, but I'm going to pretend like it's a new one. All right, so if I click here, because I don't want to show you my settings that are in there because they're real. But this is our demo system. There are no live patient data in this particular system. All right, so when you get in here, you can see down here at the bottom, this is a lot of stuff that you can do with your clearinghouse. Okay, whether you're going to send an API where you'll need a token or an eligibility endpoint. Yes, you can do eligibility, and let's put that on another video where we're going to talk about eligibility, because eligibility is a beast within this program. It wished it was better, but one day we might make it better. But for now, let's go on with what we're talking about. What you're going to need to send claims to the clearinghouse is the SFTP host. You're going to need the SFTP port. Now, of course, let me see. You can see I have Waystar as one of the places that we do so. Port 22 is normally what's used, but your clearinghouse can use a totally different port. It's up to them what they're going to use. Okay, and now your local directory can be any directory anywhere on your server. This is your local directory where you're going to have the downloaded, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. I'm thinking of the wrong thing. Okay, so your local directory is the EDI directory in the sites directory folder. It's here. So whatever, like mine is in var www HTML EHR sites default. Now, of course, we know that OpenEMR has a multi-site capability. So if you're on a multi-site, it's not going to be default. It's going to be whatever your site ID is for here. And that's another tutorial as well. But anyway, the EDI folder is what you're trying to get to, because when OpenEMR creates claims, it drops them in the EDI folder. Now, for the local directory, this is the one remote directory. I'll get it right in a minute. Follow me. So in the remote directory is whatever directory they tell you you're going to be sending the files to. In some cases, it is upload, and they will tell you whether you need to have the backslash or not add the backslash, and whether you need a trailing backslash or not. Some require trailing backslash, some do not. But these are the three pieces of information you're going to need in order to transmit claims automagically to the clearinghouse. Okay, so this is step one. This completes step one, and then you're going to save that information. Now, granted, I'll need to do another video on what all these other things mean as far as getting a clearinghouse and any clearinghouse set up, because they all set up exactly the same. But people always have the question, well, what do I put in these boxes? And we'll go over that in another video. All right, so you would save that information, and for me, since I've already saved it, I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to click out of this, and I'm going to go to admin config. Now, yes, you can do these steps in any order, but let's see. So you're going to go to admin config. That's step two, admin config. And once you get to the config, you're going to select billing. And scroll all the way down to the bottom in the billing. And from there, you can see where it says automatically SFTP claims to X12 Partner. You want to put a check in that box. Do not, unless you know what you're doing, do not select this one, which says generate X12 based on insurance company. Do not do that one. We had a mess when one of my clients that had selected that because it seemed like the natural option to go with the one below it. But because of course we didn't know what it was doing and it was making havoc with the claims, then therefore when we finally went back in the settings, uncheck this box, and then everything straightened out. Okay, so you only need to check this one right here. This is going to enable the claim tracker. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save that. Now, once you make a change to the, what's that thing called again? The configuration in OpenEMR, majority of the time, it doesn't automatically take effect. You always have to log out and log back in. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so I've logged out and logged back into OpenEMR. And then now when I go to fees, there's this claim tracker here. I could have shown you before that it wasn't there, but where's the magic in that? So when you go to yours and go to fees, and you won't see the claim tracker there. But once you select claim tracker, look, this is what it looks like, okay? And of course, it tracks your claims that you're creating. Now, in another video, we went over how claims are created in OpenEMR. And we know that they're created when you go to the billing manager. And in the billing manager, I'm gonna see just if we have anything sitting around in here. And unbilled, and let me just do this. All right, so we have some stuff sitting around in here. And because we do, I can go ahead and have this conversation with you. So when you batch your claims, you would, of course, select your claims after reviewing them. After reviewing them, you would select your claims that you want to transmit. Well, not this one because it's missing the ICD-10 code. Okay. Of course, you need to have ones that are complete, like this one has the primary. So this one is incomplete unless I go ahead and select. Nope, I don't have an insurance company for that one. So I can't select this one. And I don't have another one. So this is the only one I could select for batching. So I'm going to go ahead and this is going to be fun. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and batch this particular single claim. Of course, you can send as many claims as necessary, just like you do with the manual batching. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, generate X12. And you remember that you can do validate only, which is only going to show you the scrubbed claim. But for this, we're going to go ahead and continue because I want to show you what happens when you continue. Now it's going to say, it's not going to look like it normally did before. It's going to change, and it's just going to tell you that generated successfully. And it's going to tell you no X12 partner assigned to claim. And okay, I thought I did. But anyway, oh, that's right, because I have this one checked down here at the bottom. If you look to the right, you can see where I have sample patient and I have a check in that claim. But if you notice, look back to the left, I don't have a clearinghouse assigned to that claim or an X12 partner. So I don't have a clearinghouse or insurance assigned to that claim. So it tells me that right here. So this was a good thing to do, show you that it will tell you when something ain't right or you missed it. So it did catch that. And of course, I can look at my logs and find that information as well. Okay. And there are some things in the logs you can just ignore. But for now, let's go ahead and close that. And I'm going to close this out. And now when I go over to the claim tracker, I'm going to reload this. And now the status of waiting, because the claim tracker it checks every 5 minutes to see if there's a new claim in the system. So every 5 minutes, it'll check to see if there's a batch. You can download this batch if you want to, just by clicking on the batch file name. If you want to go in and take a look at the batch itself and see what's in there, and it will tell you when it was created. Now, the system runs in the background. So as many times during the day as you create or batch claim information, then it will be sent over to the clearinghouse. Now, we do have a module that will magically, after the system, you have batched the claims, it will, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. When you reviewed the claims, okay, here in the billing manager, and you've checked them that they're all good, we have a module that will auto batch them for you, so you don't have to do that step manually. And it will put it over here in the batcher, and you will see when it's done, it runs on a cron job. So we have some automation that you can use. Contact us and we'll tell you what the cost of that module is. But anyway, this concludes our video for auto sending claims to your clearinghouse. Thank you for watching. My number is look in the description below. You'll find my number. Thanks for watching. Talk to you again later.